Hello everybody, happy Monday. It is Jennifer at Studio J. Welcome in. If you're catching this part, you're most likely catching the replay, and that's fine. Just comment hashtag replay. If you see that red live button up there, then you are catching me live. Say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me see if I can see comments. You never know with comments on Facebook, so hopefully I'll be able to see them. So as you pop in, say hi. We are in an event today. Let me make sure this is plugged in. Hi, Janice. Hi, Donna. Hey, Kim. Okay, I see a comment. Yay. Thank you, Kim. Hey, Cindy. Hello, hello. I got a little Goodwill flip to do today. So, hey, Sarah. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, everybody. As you come in. Hi, Regina. As you come in, say hi. Let me know you're here. Howdy from Alabama, Miss Donna. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. So I've had this frame sitting on my table, on my craft table for a while now. Hey, Wendy. And I've been wanting to do something with it. So I think today's the day. We are going to, let me just stick these little, I got some little embellishments. If I have time, I will add some extra embellishments to it. But we'll see. We'll get it done. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Sparky, Chris. Hello. Hey, Carolyn. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. You know, I always say, oh, Mondays. I dread Mondays. But y'all, this year is winding down. And I'm like, a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already Thursday, you know. And I'm just kind of grateful it's Monday. You know, this week has not flew by yet. So, hey, Jeannie. Hey, Laurie. Hey, Melissa. Thank you for sprinkling, Sparky. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. I think Loretta has finished up. Hi, Sherry. So, here's what I got. Let me, y'all ignore the, I've had my camera over here. We did our private group the other night, and I was working, and I still haven't moved everything back to the other side of the room. So, ignore the mess behind me. There ain't no telling what you'll see back there. Hey, Cassandra. Thanks for sprinkling, Jeannie. Let's see. All right, here's what I got. I love going on Etsy and looking for, just go to the search bar and search digital download or instant download, and then type in whatever you're looking for. So I just typed in winter. I think I did like digital download winter prints or something like that. And just scroll through, because they're really cool, because all you need is a printer. Okay. So you find a really pretty picture, or a lot of them have like a ton of pictures in them. And they're just a few bucks. So you can print them as many times as you want. You can enlarge them. You can shrink them down. And there's so many in there. So this is so pretty. I found this, I say snowman, but I'm looking at all the colors and the flowers, and I want to say snow lady. I know it's backwards to y'all. Somebody's going to say it's backwards. I didn't print it backwards, I promise. Isn't that pretty? Hi, Gwen. Hi, Tina Marie. Hey, Ellen. Hi, everybody. Hi, Terry. You got your shirt and craft today. Yippee, yippee. I know. I almost came on here and did the craft that came with this month's Crafty box, those snowmen. Because I'm feeling snowmanish today. So, and I saw Loretta did a really pretty print of a beautiful snowman. So I'm going to do this one. And y'all, I printed it out on canvas paper. Amanda sent me a pack of canvas paper, and so I know it's hard to tell here, but it's on canvas, so it's nice and sturdy. So I got that, and I got this frame. Y'all look, $1.09 at Goodwill. So it's a good size frame. I'm always buying these if they have like this detail to them. Don't really care for the colors, but that's what we're gonna paint over that. So, hi Linda. Hey Diane. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna give it a coat of chalk paint. I do this all the time. Did y'all see the picture? Well, actually, it was a video. The girl that does my hair, we got to talking. Well, she was showing me all her Christmas decorations a couple weeks ago, and she had this Santa canvas. Y'all, I meant to mention, I am in an event today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, and it's a group, it's a free group, and it's run by Miss Janice of Vintage Country Crafting. So her page is Vintage Country Crafting, and her group is Vintage Country Crafting Friends. And anybody can join. You can watch from there. She does, she mostly does Mondays. Is that right, Janice? It's mostly Mondays. I know she has other groups too. But her events, I love being in her events. Actually, Janice is the first person that I've ever been in an event with. I used to see people all the time. They're like, we're in an event. I'm like, I want to do an event. And someone pointed me in the direction of Janice. And that's all she wrote. Hey, Vonda. You're working on your big nutcracker. Awesome. Y'all, I laugh because I've always said nutcrackers creep me out. Does anybody else feel that way? And I figured out what it is those teeth, which I know they're nutcrackers, so they're supposed to have the teeth, you know, for the cracking. But it's the teeth that creep me out. So this year, I have overcome my fear of nutcrackers. I mean, I still think the ones that are showing their teeth like that are a little creepy, but gosh, you see so many pretty ones. So I painted one in a gingerbread theme. And then I did the big one, the one she's talking about. He's like 33, is he 33 or 34 inches nutcracker kit. It's a kit that I have. And the biggest one I did, and I put him on this frame from Goodwill. Y'all, he's in the bathroom. It just not my big bathroom, my little powder room, like, you know, at the front of the house, like when you come in the front door, there's the entry and there's a little powder room, little half bath. He's hanging he's hanging over the toilet, or like behind the toilet, the wall behind the toilet. So here I've overcome my fear of creepy nutcrackers, and I put him in the bathroom. So anytime you go in there to use the bathroom, you have this big giant nutcracker staring at you. So it's a little creepy. Hey Michelle, hey Laurie. Y'all, Laurie is up after me. Her page is Resiliently Crafting with Laurie. Laurie Resiliently Crafting. What am I saying? Y'all, I get to talking really fast and I mix things up. Hey Bernice. Hello, hello. Okay, so I popped everything out of this frame. Oh, y'all, I meant to grab a, I went in there and I didn't even grab it. I meant to grab a Windex, not a Windex, eyeglass wipe or whatever, because this glass is pretty, it's pretty grungy. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I shrunk this down. You can print these as big or small as you want. So I'm going to cut it down, and I'm actually going to put it onto the glass. It's actually a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do that. I'm turning around backwards because I'm not in my normal spot. All right, so I'm just gonna put a coat of chalk paint, white chalk paint on this. Now this print has it's got a lot of pink and like a really soft green. Do you see it? Hi Tanya. So it's got like a really pretty. I grabbed this one is sea glass. You'll see that color. So I think it might be a little too light. I'll probably mix it with something. Maybe this eucalyptus green. I don't know. I'll play around with it. But I know I'm going to do this in white. And then go back and maybe just do some like dry brushing or something on it. I brought my dryer back up here. Past few times I've crafted up here, I'm like, I left my dryer, my heat tool downstairs, and I couldn't dry anything. And I was trying to do crackle, you know, in a short period of time. So you kind of need that to speed things up. All right, let's see which brush I'm going to start with. So how is everybody? Happy Monday. Hi, Debbie. Hello. Okay, I grabbed the white Waverly chalk paint. Get this on here. Oh, this one's new. Huh. Oh, okay, so I don't remember who I heard this from. I saw somebody do it, and they were like, oh, when you get a brand new one, they said poke a hole in the top instead of peeling that off. Poke a hole in the top. And see, when I saw it, I was like, nah, I probably won't do it. So I didn't remember who it was. But I did it on another bottle of paint the other day. But she said poke a hole, which I'm just going to, I'm going to poke a little X here. And then you can y'all see? I need to lower y'all down a little bit. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Kathy. Okay, so she said poke a little hole in the top. Make sure it is sealed on there. Sometimes you get them and somebody has peeled the edge. It might be a nightmare if you do this, but take it. And then she just squeezed it. And then you've got like a squeeze bottle. Now, as you get further into the bottle, you're probably going to want to go ahead and peel that off. But I'm going to need quite a bit of this. So now you got a squeeze bottle, and you don't have that big glob every time you go to open it. So, good tip. And she said, I saw this tip from so-and-so, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably do that. And I never did it. And I just did it like 2 days ago. I was like, hey, good tip. I don't remember who told me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I just want to cover up all this brassy gold. So I'm going to push this down into all these little crevices. Do y'all do this? When I go to thrift stores and Goodwill, which I guess Goodwill is a thrift store, I always go straight for the pictures or the frames and stuff. And then I look for baskets. I love finding baskets there. I look at picture frames, pictures, baskets, and then I go down that aisle where, you know, sometimes you find like candle holders and stuff like that. So I have like an order I go in. So I need to go stock up on some more. I'm running out. But yeah, I traded that, the Santa and the swing, which I have 2 of them. Where's the other one? Let me show y'all. Okay, so I still have him. Isn't he cute? I got him off Shein, you know, the website Shein, but I had him in a frame, another frame that I had found at Goodwill. But then I took him out and I turned that frame into a tray. So I need to find another frame that he will fit in because he's so cute. And I want to put him back, but I traded him with the girl that does my hair because she had found a canvas at a local, like a little local boutique. But it wasn't framed like that, and I was showing her mine, and I said, you know what, I need to get like a vendor booth or something, someplace to sell my bigger pieces, you know, that I don't really want to try to ship, because some things you make, I mean, it's hard to sell them because the shipping is going to be outrageous, and then you got to find a box big enough. And I was showing her, she was like, oh, I would buy that. So I ended up trading her some stuff, some hair stuff. And her little Her Christmas decor was so pretty in her house. Okay, this first coat, y'all know the first coat's never nothing to write home about. Hey, Krista. Thanks for shouting me out. Hey, Gail. You just go to the right. I have to go straight for what I know I always get and get that out of the way. And then I'll kind of stroll through and see what else catches my eye. Because y'all, there's no, and I've learned if you see something and you're like, yeah, maybe put it in your cart. Because otherwise you'll see it walking by and you're like, crap. And then you really want it because somebody else picked it up. So I've learned just put it in your cart, and then when you're ready to go, just kind of evaluate what's in your cart. What do you want? What do you want to put back? Because, you know, some of the things there are just, well, most of the things there are like one of a kind. All these little edges. It's got a little broken spot. So did everybody have a good weekend? We had a cold, rainy weekend. Yes, unshop. That's what you do. Unshop. And sometimes there'll be something, I'm like, well, I'm not really looking for that. But like at Goodwill, you know, they have the color of the week. I mean, I've bought things just because they were half price. And I still have a stack of those things out in my garage. I actually have, hold on, I need to do this. Because Christmas is like around the corner. I found this candy cane little decor. It's pretty big too. And I want to give it a makeover. I don't know yet how I want to do it. Let me show y'all. It's really pretty big. But I just bought it. I bought it, I think I bought it a couple of months ago. But it was half price, so I grabbed it. I'll show y'all. I mean, look how, you know what? This wasn't at Goodwill. This was at a thrift store. And guess how much I paid for this big thing? It's pretty thick too. Look, I mean, can you see how thick the wood is? I mean, it's pretty big, huh? Can y'all guess how much I paid for this? It was at a thrift store. I'm going to take all this off. It's just tied. The candy canes are stuck together, but this is just tied on here and glued on here. It's pretty big. Hey, Carla. Y'all, I paid $1. Look at that. $1. $1 for that big thing. So, of course, I got it. You know, some things you're like, well, it's just $1. I'm going to get it. I got $1. Hey, Sharon. Let me dry this. Maybe it'll go a little quicker. We have 2 thrift stores nearby that they're in like a, I want to say like a really, like a high-end area. I wouldn't say high-end, but the neighborhood, the area is kind of ritzy. It's like a golf cart community, golfing community. The houses there are a little more expensive. So the Goodwill, there's a Goodwill nearby, and then there's 2 thrift stores. And I'm telling you, some of the donations that come in there are nice. I've gotten some name brand purses in there. And sometimes there's men working. They don't know, you know, that something is super nice. And I'm like, how much is this? It doesn't have a price. How about $1? I'm like, how about it? Yes. But one of the thrift stores is, I've told y'all this before, it's completely run, other than management, they do hire management, but other than that, it's strictly run by volunteers. And that place is probably one of the neatest, cleanest thrift stores I've ever been in. And you know, for it to be all volunteers, I mean, they really, these people aren't getting paid. But they're all just working and keeping everything clean and organized, and it's very nice. And I mean, there's even like, there's an area in the back where they have like anything electronics, and there's always these little old men back there working that are volunteers, and they're like testing stuff and like lamps and anything electronic. They'll test it, and then they'll put the little sticker on it with the date and their initials, and you know, tested, works fine, or you know, whatever. Because you know, sometimes there'll be a lamp and it'll say, you know, doesn't work, but somebody might want it for the base, you know, it was like a candlestick or something. But it's one of my favorite thrift stores to go to, and that's where I got that candy cane. But it's always, it's like a treasure hunt, right? You never know what you're gonna find in there. All right, I think this is only gonna take 2 coats, so this will be it. I don't know why I'm trying to get it so covered, because I'm probably going to dry brush over this, or at least over the, like the embellished area where it's raised. I'm definitely going to go over that with another color, like a green. Hi, Beverly. Thank you for sprinkling. Hey, Nora. Thank you so much. Hi, Sally. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll and... Oh, Cassandra's on baby watch. Hey, once the water breaks, it's time. All right, let's see. Y'all, I have been rearranging. I think I'm ready for the new year, because I have all these plans to just get organized and declutter. And I have this really good idea to help me declutter. I think it'll help me declutter, and it'll help anybody that's interested in, if any of you are familiar with Whatnot, okay? If you're familiar with my Whatnot, I haven't done one in a little while, but I used to do, Whatnot is the selling platform. It's like a marketplace platform, mostly auctions. And it's really fun. It's really addictive. But it's a lot of work. You have to list stuff. You have to weigh stuff, because they calculate all the shipping, and they handle the payments for you and everything like that, which that's awesome. To me, it's worth paying the commission. I think they keep like 8%. So, I mean, if you sell something for $1, they keep 8 cents or whatever. So to me, well, no, what do they keep? Yeah, I think they keep 8%. And a lot of times they'll run deals, like certain holidays, they'll say, hey, you know, no commissions or no fees, or they'll reduce it or whatever. But anyway, if you have ever been on one of mine, I did a thing called scoops, okay? I had this scoops jar, and it was embellishments, mostly embellishments. And so you could bid, I would run the auction, you would bid, and when the timer runs out, whoever had the highest bid won. And I would scoop into this big glass. It's over here. Hold on, look at this. I don't have it filled up. We went through it pretty quick. Hey, Dina Marie. Hey, Wendy. I know. It's addictive. I get notifications all the time, and I'll accidentally tap on them, and it'll go into somebody's auction, and I'm like, ooh, oh, you know, nobody's bidding. It's only $2. And I'll bid, and then somebody will bid, and I can't stop. But let me show you. Okay, this was my scoops jar. Now I've just got crap thrown in here. Here's my scoops jar. Okay. Look, I even found, I found a Christmassy looking scoop at Goodwill. It's got like a Christmas tree. But anyway, people would bid, and I would dig in. What's in here? Let's see. There's like little embellishments, like from my Glowforge. There's a rubber stamp. It's all kinds of little stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been digging through there what was left and using it, but I had grabbed some more stuff to put in there. Like I said, I haven't done it in a while. But like, look, there was all kinds of these little like candies. They're all laser cut little candies. I had jack-o'-lanterns. A ton of like little gingerbread men. So anyway, stuff like this. There's hearts and candy canes. Oh look, there's even some more ice skates. Can y'all see those? The glare is on here. But anyway, that was my scoops jar. I haven't done one in a while, but I kind of got this idea because, sorry, I can't roll on this rug. Some of the ladies in my private group were saying, hey, we need some scoops. Why don't you just make up some scoops bags and sell them? So I got to thinking, you know, I have this little Rubbermaid container next to my Glowforge, and I'm always like throwing pieces in there. Like sometimes if I cut, some of those are fine. I just cut a whole bunch of them, and I'll cut, like if I cut too many of something, like if I make something and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a big seller, and I'll cut like 20 of them and I only sell like 9, then I have all these extras, I'll throw them in there because I'm like, what am I gonna do with these things? So I got to thinking, I'm gonna do a subscription box. Well, I did a thing called Scoops, and then something called Bigger Than a Scoop. Was it called Bigger? Yeah, it was called Bigger Than a Scoop. It was things that wouldn't fit in that scoops jar or in a scooper. So I did these little boxes. So if you ever came on one of my auctions, you might remember when we played bingo and stuff like that. But you could do Bigger Than a Scoop, and it was a little box, and it was full of cuts and crafts. It had napkins and embellishments and all kinds of stuff. So it was craft stash is what it was. And it was me cleaning out my craft stash, you know, because it gets overwhelming. And so anyway, I thought I'm going to come up with a subscription box. And every month, I'm still working on it, every month, whoever's in it is going to get a little box of craft stash. And I think I'm going to do it by weight or size, whatever will fit in this little box. I was gonna do like a bubble mailer and just mostly do like the small pieces, but I'm just paranoid about mailing cuts in a bubble mailer, because if your mailman is anything like mine, he likes to fold things and bend things and cram them in the box, and I'm afraid of things getting snapped. So I feel better mailing things in even if it's a small box. I just rather mail it in a box. Scoops are awesome because, I mean, you never know, like I just grabbed this out of that Rubbermaid container. Anything, look, there's, y'all might remember some of these deer. I cut way too many of those. I did a weekend special, and there might be like 3 or 4 extras. Not enough to really run a, it's hard to run a sale on it if you only have a few. So, I mean, I guess you could say, you know, limited edition or whatever, but there's like some little tags that say Winter Wonderland. There's a whole bunch of snowflakes in here. I think there's a tree shape in here. Yeah. I think it went to something. You can kind of see a little tree. But anyway, there was like jingle bells. There's so much stuff in there. She's at 9.5 and getting ready to start pushing. There's about to be a baby. All right. Does she live nearby, Cassandra? Is she far away to you? Okay, y'all. So it's just white. All right. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, what time is it? 2:30. Okay. You know what? I'm going to let that sit for just a second because I want to get our little snowman or snow lady onto the piece because I want to hold it on there and then decide what color I want to put on it. Let's see. Let's see here. I tried to cut it about the size of that frame. Let me see this. Okay, here we go. Hey, Branya. Hello. Hey, Donna. Hi, Laurie. It'd be a subscription box. Sorry, Laurie. Larry, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a subscription box. So, every month, whoever is in it is going to get a box of goodies. And they'll be like, not just seasonal, some seasonal, it'll mostly be stuff that I'm currently cutting. So there'll be some seasonal, some will be just everyday stuff. I mean, a lot of times I'll cut farmhouse stuff, just regular decor pieces, you know, stars, snowflakes, flowers, buttons, what's in here? Like those ice skates, just different stuff. I have a ton of gingerbread stuff left over because I went a little crazy this year with gingerbread stuff. So I have a ton of little gingerbread men, candy canes, the gingerbreads that look like cookies. I didn't realize I had, if I had realized I had that many, I probably would have ran more sales, but I feel like now we're down to the wire. I mean, I don't know. I feel like who's going to order a whole bunch of Christmas stuff now? But like I said, it's good to have in your stash. Okay. All right, let me cut this out. I can see where I just drew. I meant to draw on the back. I'm talking. Let me cut it this way. This is on canvas paper. My friend Amanda sent me some. But you could print this on regular paper too. And since it's on canvas, I think I'm going to do it on the outside of the glass. Instead of, if it was paper, I'd probably do it behind the glass. Or do it onto the cardboard part and then just put the glass over it. But since it's canvas, I think I'm going to have it on the outside. Yeah, there's, I mean, stars. Stars. I have a lot of stars, and it's like, okay, you would use those also for, there's a lot of hearts, and Valentine's is coming up. But stars you would use for 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, you know, any patriotic crafts you did. Hang on, I want to get the flowers in here too. I'm probably going to start, Amanda, I'm probably going to start it in January. I got all these. I've been brainstorming. I am determined to be more organized in 2025, more present on my page. A lot of times y'all only see me if I come into an event, and I'm like, girl, get on there any other time. The virtual paint party that I got coming up, I don't know if y'all saw that on my page. I talked about it in my private group, and I showed them. You can kind of see. Do y'all see this? Now listen, that's a piece of wood from Goodwill. I got it for like $5 or $6. But it's for a porch leaner. Look, isn't he cute? It's a porch leaner. Baby, it's cold outside. The snowman. Now that bow is extra. Whoever did that, that's just an example. Look, I found a picture. Someone did it on an old piece of wood. Look at that wood, how it's all choppy. It's like an old piece of, like an aged piece of pallet wood almost, but it's too big to be pallet wood. But isn't that pretty? But I'm doing a virtual, anybody can come and watch, but if you want to paint along and make one of those, you just need to order your kit from me before or by next Friday, so I have time to ship it to you, so you can have it to do during the paint party. But it's going to be on New Year's Day, I think at 3 p.m. Eastern. And I mean, even if you can't catch the live, you could catch the replay. But it's going to be so fun, because I was telling everybody, my mom used to have this saying, whatever you're doing on New Year's Day, I know it's like a old wives' tale or whatever, you'll be doing a lot of that in the upcoming year. So I was like, we need to be crafting, right? Hey, Mindy. Hey, Jennifer. Hello. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a virtual paint party. And it's a snowman porch leaner. Because think about it. It's not Christmas. It just says, baby, it's cold outside. So I would probably keep that up until through February. I don't usually decorate my porch for Valentine's Day. I'll decorate it for like the seasons, like, you know, winter. So I've decided I'm going to do a virtual paint party every month. Now, quarterly, well, not quarterly, 4 times. 4 times it will be a seasonal, it's going to be a porch leaner. But the good thing is, when you get those, like, you have to go to Home Depot or Lowe's to get your board. You just need like a 1x10. You know, about 40 something inches tall. But you do the front. Here's my thing. I do like the front, it'll be winter, and then you can flip it around and do spring, and then you'll get another board. If you get an 8-foot board cut in half, you have 2 4-foot porch leaners. So you do front and back, like winter, spring, and then summer, fall. So I'm going to do 4, but every month I'm going to do a, not every month will be a porch leaner, but every month I'm going to do a virtual paint party. Wouldn't it be fun? Because we were all saying in my group, I think Diane said, it would be so fun if we all lived closer together. And I was like, I know, we could have paint parties. And then I was like, you know what, we could just do a virtual paint party. Okay. So I'm gonna mount it onto, I'm just gonna use Mod Podge. And I didn't have a chance to clean this glass. I feel bad, but I don't think it's gonna show, so. I'm gonna put that in there. And then it's gonna go, let me show you. It's gonna go inside this frame, like this. Isn't she pretty? I think it's a girl. Don't you? The kit is in my shop. It's on studiojcompany.com. I posted it on my page. When did I post that? 2 nights ago, I think. Oh, Friday, I think. There's a link to it there, but I'll share it again on my page. I'm gonna just use some. I'm debating if I should use Mod Podge. Would you use Mod Podge or tacky glue to put it onto the glass? Because I don't think it's canvas. It's not paper. It's canvas. So I don't think it really matters to you. Okay, let me see. Well, I'm not gonna put her in there yet, but let me look. Hi, Pam. Hi, Leah. Aren't the colors pretty? All right, you know what? I'm going to take my sanding block and just kind of hit. I'm just going to hit the edges. Because actually, this is just bringing some of that gold. Oops, I'm just tearing up everything. This just brings some of that gold through. Remember it was real brassy looking? You can see like little bits of the gold. It's not as overpowering as it was. Okay. Yo, this frame was $1. $1.09 at Goodwill. And the good thing about snowmen, you can leave them out through the winter. Y'all know Cassandra probably can't even sit down. She's so excited right now. Is it a boy or a girl? We need to know, is it a boy or a girl? Or do they know? They told me I was having a girl, my first one. And everybody told me, do not go by that, Jennifer. Don't go by that. And I was so excited. Went home. We just built a new house. Painted the nursery like a coral color. It was like a blush coral color. Well, we just did like from the chair rail down. And the rest was like a cream color. And I had a boy. I had brought a little girl's outfit to the hospital to take her home in. Luckily, somebody brought me a little boy outfit, but it was so funny. They were like, don't go by what they say. You can't, you know. Of course, nowadays, I'm not going to lie, those ultrasounds now are a little bit terrifying. I don't think I wanted to see that back then. You know, everybody's like, look. I'm like, that's so realistic looking. It scares me. It's amazing. Yeah, technology. Crazy. do want to add a little bit of green, like a very pale green to this, like a dry brush. I am liking the little bits of gold. Sorry, I know all this scraping is probably driving somebody crazy. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, Cooper. Got Cooper sleeping over here. Need a little brush. You're so hard. It's a surprise. They didn't want to know. I love that. I think people need to be surprised. Of course, when it was me, I was like, no, I need to know. I need to know. I need to plan. Of course, that backfired on me. Okay. Can y'all see the, I just hit some of the edges. Even though I didn't really like all that brassy gold stuff. This is a little more subtle. Okay, we got 15 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. I still got to put that snowman on the glass. Did y'all ever say I didn't? They told my mom I was a boy. Yeah, I mean, they told me that. And I was like, my husband at the time, he was like, they said, don't bank on that. And I was like, you're just mad. You wanted a boy. He got a boy. Okay. Did we say? Okay, I got tacky glue. I think I should just do Mod Podge. You're going to let us know as soon as you know. All right. I'm going to do tacky glue. I just bought this at Michael's. I'm dying to use it. But it's not open yet. Nope. Ooh, this is thick. Okay, let me get something to spread this out. Okay, normally I would use like I have some Gorilla Glue spray adhesive. I just don't want to spray that in here. I would go outside with it. So we're going to do this. And we're going to cross our fingers that it works. Make sure I get all the edges. On the glass. Okay, I think this is going to work. Hey, Loretta. Hello. Loretta, hey Michelle, I'm doing a snowman. I was telling them, I said, Loretta did a snowman, now I'm doing a snowman. I think everybody's in a little snowman mood. I just love snowmen. Or snow ladies, whichever. They're perfect for the whole winter. Okay, so I got her on the glass. I'm gonna put her in here, but let me, I kind of want to just hit it with a little bit of green dry brush. I got 10 minutes, okay. Let's see, I've got sea glass, which is really pale. Let me hold her up. See the color in like her hat and all that. So this is a little bit too light. I'm gonna do a little mixy poo here. I got eucalyptus green. And the sea glass. Let's see what we come up with. I'm gonna mix it with a Q-tip. Hi, Vicky. Yeah, I think a surprise is a good way to go. Except when you were told it was a girl and you planned for a girl and then surprise! All I kept thinking was that room is blush coral. It's not that green. Let's see. Hold on. Hang on one second. Let me see. I got another light green down here. I think they're all the same. Okay. This is a bright green, but hold on. It's got more of a yellow tone to it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not doing a whole lot of it, so. I'm gonna add some white to it. I'm over here making a mess. Hi, Janet. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cher. Okay. This will be fine. Like I said, I'm just gonna lightly dry brush over the little details. So here's how it's. I just kind of scraped through with some sandpaper just to see a little bit of the little hints of the gold that was underneath. So it's not quite as brassy as it was. All right, let's see. Dry brush. All right, here we go. I don't mess this up. I don't want to do too much because one of my things is I always like to use these frames and swap them out. You know, I might use this again in the spring for another project. And the green might not be appropriate. I just want to do a little. The good thing is if you don't like it, you just brush right back over it. Okay. Y'all, coming up after me is going to be Laurie. Oh, with Laurie Resiliently Crafting. And this event goes till, I think, 7 p.m. I think the last crafter is on at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you don't already follow the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, and if you don't already follow Janice, you will love Janice. Vintage Country Crafting is Janice's page. So give them both a follow. You'll love them. You love Janice. Okay, so it's not too much. Okay. Okay, let's pop the picture in there. Let's see what we got. Dry it real quick. You just dry it before I flip it over. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Karen. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Come on in. I finished a little early. I'll show y'all the, but yeah, okay, so that porch leaner, it's a virtual paint party. It's on New Year's Day here. But like I said, even if you don't get one, if you just want to watch, if you want to come on and watch, I'll be here. And we're doing bingo. I'm gonna do some Happy Mail giveaways. There's also gonna be bingo. So everybody that orders, there's a bingo card going in the box, and we're gonna play bingo for some good prizes. But it's you get the kit, but you'll need to go to like Home Depot or Lowe's, or you may already have something in your garage. You just need like a 1x10. It needs to be at least about 9.5 inches wide for this snowman design. But if you go and get, like I said, if you get an 8-foot board cut in half, you could have porch leaners for the entire year. You know, winter, spring, you do front and back, winter, spring, and then on the other one do summer and fall. You'd be set. And of course, I mean, if you decorate your porch for other seasons, yeah, you could always do others. Okay, I'm so scared of breaking this glass. There we go. Oh, I love it. These back in. Like I said, I can change this out. You know, after the winter, I could take this out and do another print inside it. And if I need to brush over that green, I can. Oh my goodness. So how sweet. And so it's on canvas. So it just feels like it was made for this, you know? I just glued it. I just used tacky glue. I guess you could use, I normally would use spray adhesive or something like that. But isn't that sweet? And I got some embellishments, but I have some snowflakes, some little snowflake cutouts here that I could do. I also grabbed some flowers. Where are they? Now wait a minute. Oh, it has a back to it. Okay, that goes in there too. So I'll put that on later. I missed it. I have some little paper flowers. These came from Michael's. Let me paint some of these little snowflakes real quick. These are some of the little embellishments I was talking about that would be in that little like scoops type box. But I'm gonna announce those. If you don't already follow my page, y'all tap the screen, and you should see the little menu, the 3 little dots, and it should give you the option. If you don't already follow, it'll give you the option to follow. But tap that follow and you'll see, I'll post it on my page so you know what I'm talking about. I'm thinking I might put a little greenery. Let's see here. I don't run out of time. just plugged in my glue gun, so I don't think it's hot enough yet. But I think I'm going to do some greenery and these little paper flowers and maybe a snowflake. Let's see if I can hold it up and show y'all. It's hard to see, but I think I'm going to do that on the corner. I just didn't think to plug in my hot glue till now. Okay, my time is up, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll finish this up and I'll post a picture. But y'all go check out Laurie Resiliently Crafting. She's up next, and you can watch it from the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. But she should be up now. Thank you, Nora. Thank you. What did I post? I didn't post anything yet. I was talking about, if you go back and watch the replay, I was talking about a subscription box with like scoops type stuff in it. So I'll get that. I'll share that with y'all shortly. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.